Hippie wife, Hippie life here. Happy August! I cannot believe it is August already. I just wanted to take a minute and do a quick little update video for you guys. So yeah, let's just get into it. First things first, we are still moving to China. That is like the biggest question that we get. We're still going to China. I don't necessarily know if we're going to move there or if we're just going to go on vacation, but we are still going to China. I know I have told a lot of people that we're going to China and how we're going to pay for how to get there is going to be with our tax return. And so we have kind of a wonky tax return this year. We have an amended tax return. So we've already gotten a little bitty chunk of our tax return money. We're just waiting for literally the rest of it, the big chunk. And so it should have already been here. July 29th was the latest date that, according to the government's little website that you go to check it, is the latest day that we could get it. When me and my husband checked it a couple weeks ago, I think it was like a week or two ago, it was around the 29th. So maybe like last week, I think. I'm bad at time. Anyways, when we checked it, it had said that we needed to call them, and it's never good whenever you get a notice saying you need to call the IRS. So my husband called, and we are still getting our money. The lady checked, and she said she doesn't know what happened. There's nothing wrong with it. Everything is fine. We have all of our paperwork, so we should be getting it ASAP. Should be here very, 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 very soon. So literally, you know, our plan was to move in March. That was our date, and I had been planning and preparing and researching and working on my Chinese and everything like that. And now it feels like we're just chilling, you know? We're just waiting for it. It's going to get here when it's going to get here. Still taking forever. But just to update you guys, we are still moving to China. I will still be making China vlogs and China videos and all sorts of good stuff like that, reviews. We're literally just waiting on the government. What can you do? So other than that, other than just waiting on the government, me personally, I have been expanding my social media managing. Right now, I used to just manage my Hippie Wife page and my Hippie Wife social media. I have expanded that to other businesses. Not necessarily me selling a product or me doing anything, just managing their social media for them. And so that was a way for me to make a quick little bit of extra money, and it worked out. So yeah, that's what I've been busy doing a little bit lately. I haven't really been focusing on my blog or anything like that. I mean, I'm still doing things. There's still activity. It's just not what I would like it to be. I had to put some of my energy towards something else. But now I have a really good schedule set. Every Wednesday I plan to sit down and make a video for you guys. If you can see this back here, it says Kreayshawn because I just recently went to a Kreayshawn concert and I met her and it was pretty legit. And in order to get to meet Kreayshawn, I had to enter a contest. And so what I did was I took the chalk. This is a giant chalkboard behind me. I know my hippies have never seen the chalkboard before, but this is a giant chalkboard wall that I now have in my workroom. And this is just chalk that I wrote on here. So from now on, I left it up here because I wanted to show you. From now on, I will be using this chalkboard to be giving you, my hippies, more information in my videos. If there is a term that I use, like in my cloth diaper video, like all-in-one or sposy or whatever, I'll have it written up on the wall. Just lots of cool stuff. I'm really hype about the chalkboard wall because there's so much I can do with it. But Kreayshawn, I had to give her my very first chalkboard video. And I've left it up for like 2 weeks now. My wall has said Kreayshawn on it. So, like I'm some sort of weird super fan or something. I don't know. I had her sign my chest, so I might be a weird fan. I don't know. Either way. So, other than that, you know, I haven't been cooking dinner as much. I have been buying like frozen stuff. Not necessarily like chicken nuggets, but like frozen peas and stuff like that. I usually cook like all from scratch and all organic. But since I have been so busy, I've been really stressed out about how dirty the house is, and I feel like I never have time to cook. And so we're always going out to eat, and so I've gained a little bit of weight. I've gained 4 pounds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but to me it is. When I had gained 8 pounds, and then I gained another 4. So that's 12 pounds total I have gained. Try not to think about it that way, but I've gained 12 pounds total. So eating out every night is not okay for me. It's just not. If we're ignoring all the chemicals and all the other stuff, my own body, I'm gaining weight and it's driving me insane. So in order to combat that, I've kind of let go of the cooking. You know, I'll buy the organic spaghetti sauce instead of making myself from scratch. And, you know, sometimes in life, especially as a mom, there's times where you just have to, like, let some stuff go. So to me, I've kind of let go of cooking, and it's just been kind of frozen stuff and easy stuff lately. So yeah, so that's me personally, kind of just been a little stressed, but that's one way that I kind of tried to let go and change that. Also, I'm going to be making a video here really soon about my diet philosophy and my anti-diet philosophy, if you will. How I lose weight, how I maintain my weight, and how I keep my body healthy. Because to me, it's never about losing weight, it's about being healthy and feeling good inside of myself. Having enough energy to play with my kids on the playground and to go home and clean my house. That's, you know, where my body doesn't hurt. That's what's important to me. And so, I will post the link to the Kreayshawn concert down below, and as of right now, I'm just going to release my vlog, but later on I will go back and update it and put my anti-diet philosophy video down below. But, so yeah, I'm just going to be starting to eat more healthy, like I said, managing another social media account, and also trying to make you guys videos. I have my own workroom now. We are still going to China. It's just literally the government. Yeah, and homeschool. We've been doing homeschool. Homeschool is another thing that I've kind of brought back to not stress myself out so much. Homeschool for me was like, because I had worked at a really good daycare and I had studied child development and had done a whole bunch of other stuff before I had kids. My expectations of what my homeschool and my house and my kids in my life should be like reflected what I had did at the daycare. And, you know, and that's great. Child development, it's great. You know, you can never have too much knowledge. But as a mom, I had to realize it wasn't really working for me all the way. There were discipline techniques and, you know, labeling techniques and stuff like that, different classroom setups that did work for me as a mom, and they did help. But overall, in general, I've had to kind of tell myself, it's not preschool. You're not teaching an actual preschool class. Just tone it down a little bit. And that doesn't mean I tone down the learning. That means I tone down the centers. That means I tone down the sensory stuff that I had in the room. It toned down some of the toys that I had, some of the sets that I had. Some of these sets, like I had one Doc McStuffins Uno, I had a regular set of Uno, and I had a regular set of playing cards. You know, I don't see why I need all three. You know, just pick one and you can do lots of educational things with that one set. That's what I mean by toning it down a bit. My expectations aren't so high. I don't expect us to do an English, a math, a reading, and a science experiment, and an art activity every single day, because I'm sure other homeschool moms will agree with me that's not very realistic. So, I've just been kind of, I guess, on a journey figuring out who I am in my homeschooling, what kind of mom I'm going to be, and what schedule works for me. You know, what works for me and my kids. And also, like I said, lowering some standards. I have very high standards for myself and for my kids and their future and our lives. And, you know, at the end of the day, you just pray on it and you just figure out if it's worth stressing about or if it's worth letting go. And 9 times out of 10, it's worth just letting it go. Or if it is worth stressing about, let that stress go to God. Tell Him about it and then just breathe it all out, you know. So that's me. That's what I've been doing. That's what's been up with this hippie. So yeah, I'm going to try to keep going to concerts, trying to keep, like, getting some more videos out there to you guys, because y'all seem to really like it. That's not really what I do. I'm usually, like, reviewing venues and stuff like that. But, you know, if you get a chance to meet Kreayshawn, you better meet her, because she is, like, the sweetest lady. She is so sweet, and she was so easy to have a conversation to. I didn't feel like she thought she was better than me or whatever. Like, we legit just, like, mommed out. We talked about our babies and nap time and stuff like that. So if you ever do get a chance to meet Kreayshawn, go meet her. She's super cool. And also wear your fidget titties and tell her that this hippie sent you. So yeah, I'm going to try to go see the Blue Oyster Cult. They will be in Austin. Other than that, I guess just comment down below and let me know if there's any artists you do want me to go see and maybe do an interview with, and I can try to see what I can do to hook that up. So So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Now I'm just rambling. Have a beautiful